Danielle and Jeremy, who had been engaged for 6 years, finally tied the knot and said, "I do." A tragic event occurred only a few days after the fantasy wedding that Danielle Colby, a star of American Pickers, had planned with her husband, Jeremy Schuch. At a ceremony that was reminiscent of a fairy tale, the History Channel personality tied the knot in Puerto Rico over the past weekend. In a heartfelt statement that she published on social media on Tuesday, Danielle, who is 48 years old, shared the news that her father-in-law, the reality star, posted a picture of herself with the father of her new husband, Jeremy, who is lovingly referred to as Papa John. On the front porch, the television celebrity was seen sitting close to her boyfriend as he was holding their tiny puppy in his arms. The photograph was taken by the woman. Alongside Danielle and her husband, his mother and Papa John, who had passed away unexpectedly after their wedding, were seated next to them. A long dedication was written by her to Jeremy's father, which went as follows: "Papa John, you spend your entire life advocating for and creating miracles for the most vulnerable children in your community. The very first time I ever met you was in a hangar of an aircraft that you and your elves had transformed into the North Pole in order to fulfill a wish for a little girl who was in the latter stages of her battle with cancer. Hope, tranquility, and excitement were all things that you provided her. This is exactly what you provided us. I have always been welcomed with open arms by you, and you have had trust in me even when I did not have faith in myself. I have that faith in myself. Even if some around you may have had doubts about my goodness, you were able to see it in me. I was able to open myself to you because you held me softly in your heart and enabled me to do so," she said. "We are all aware that this takes me a little bit of time." Danielle said, "You traveled thousands of miles on multiple occasions to come and be with us. And you opened your doors when we needed you to sprinkle your magic around us while we were going through difficult times. You have always shown such a great deal of concern and affection. Because I did not have the opportunity to experience holidays as a child, and Christmas in particular, you introduced me to a fresh perspective on the significance of special events. Instead of making each of these instances an opportunity for you to profit personally, you made each of these occasions an opportunity for others to benefit from your love, acceptance, and generosity. You never made these situations an opportunity for you to benefit personally. It took years for me to open up to you fully, and some of the most beautiful memories I have are with you, your family, and your son, Jeremy, who truly embodies your spirit in so many ways. For that, I am quite thankful. Without your presence, it was difficult to continue ahead with the next steps of this wedding. We shed tears so many times because even the little things would bring back memories of you. Little magical moments that we had never experienced before, but suddenly the entire week of our wedding was filled with the most unexplainable magic in our surroundings, and the people who came to be with us, and the love we have for each other. Even though you were thousands of miles away, trying to heal, you were there with us in every moment, in every sunrise and sunset. You were there with us, every hug and every time we celebrate. I am aware of you at every location, even if you are not physically present here anymore. Indeed, in every single place. Now, take a break, she has to say. Jeremy, Danielle's husband, also included a picture from his youth in a post that he used to remember a member of his family who had passed away. In the flashback photo, the spouse of the American Pickers star was just a youngster when he stood with a much younger Papa John in the front yard. The photographs were taken in the past. In the photograph, the artist who had retired was a little child himself, and he was dressed in a small red jacket to keep warm. My father, this is John Schuch. Until February 19, 2024, the 28th of June, 1953. Rip to the most wonderful father I could have ever hoped to have. Jeremy accompanied his image with the phrase, "I am heartbroken." According to what he proceeded to say in the comments section, "I don't even know what to say right now. Nevertheless, I am really grateful to have the most wonderful wife at my side during all of this. A note of support was sent by Danielle to her husband alongside the photo. In the message, she said, "My heart hurts so much for you and your family at this exact moment." His ability to make the most vulnerable people's aspirations come true was really remarkable. He was an outstanding guy. It was through him that I learned a great deal about being of service to others and how to make room for them. Whenever I am in close proximity to you, I am acutely aware of his presence. Thank you for bringing Papa John into my life and the lives of my kids, she said further. Danielle and Jeremy, who had been together for 6 years and had been engaged for over 4 years, finally tied the knot over the weekend in a stunning ceremony that took place in Puerto Rico.